These are some quick hitting questions. Who's the toughest opponent you've ever faced?
I'd say trying to play him as a defenseman, Mario Lemieux was the toughest, and then having to line up against him, as a winger that was coming in my corner all the time is Rick Tocchet.
Who's one player you wished you could have played with on the same team?
Geez, I don't know if I named all the players that came through New York and I played with. I pretty much have.
Yeah.
Like 15 of the top 20 scorers in the NHL that came
Pretty
through
incredible.
the Rangers and the U.S. teams. So I've been very fortunate. Like there's so many good players, and I've been a part of most of them. It's very lucky.
Who's the most influential coach you've had at any stage of your career, from grade school to the pros?
The most influential person, and he was assistant coach on my teams when I was young, was my dad, no question. And then, which I'm very fortunate. And my mom was just as important in my life. And then when I became a professional, Mark Messier came to the team, there's no question he was the most influential person in my professional career.
What athlete did you model your game after?
I never really modeled it after anyone, but I had players that I looked up to, or from different sports. Like I loved John McEnroe. The player is complete opposite of me. Like loud, and so I loved watching that mindset that you could disrupt a whole game like that and everything. That would have thrown me off completely, and he was still able to play so well, and so I got to meet him and everything. But when I was getting drafted, I remember saying, like, that's, well, who do you wish you were, if you were an NHL player, to play like? And I said Mark Howe, because I got to see him a little bit in Connecticut when he was with the Whalers. He wore number 2, which I was wearing, and it was just a player that I enjoyed watching.
What's maybe one quote or one personal advice that you received that sort of carried you through your career and your life?
I've never been a person that's one thing. It's a day-to-day process. And some days you think you know it all, and the next day you run into something and realize you have a lot to learn, and there's other ways to go about it. And I think that's the beauty of being around a lot of influential people and a lot of people. I'm lucky that hockey's brought me into contact with a lot of people that have been successful in other fields too, and had different ways of looking at things. And I think all that goes into your growth as a person. So to go from 19 years old to 36 in New York was a great experience.
It's a very humble mindset too, really, like keeping grinding, finding another way, a solution to a problem, which we can use in all of our daily lives and all of our jobs and ventures. Well, Brian, thank you so much for your time here tonight. We really appreciate your
Thank
stories.
you.